Hey guys, this is Quoth. Just a quick breakdown of how I'd hit some of our Town Hall 11s in this base. I'd drop a baby drag actually up here by the camp, right there, to have the baby drag kind of clear this out. You might need 2 or 3 because the queen might pick off a few, but the baby drag up here should be able to clear out these 3 things, maybe one more to make sure that that wizard tower goes down. While that's going on, I would drop 1 or 2 hogs down here at around 7 o'clock to draw out the CC. I drop the wrecker at 12 o'clock, right around here. Send the wrecker in. I'd wait for the wall to go down from the wrecker before dropping a golem right there, dropping the king and queen right there. And because you cleared the rest with the baby drags, they will track all the way in to that intermediate layer instead of pathing, this way or that way, which we don't want. The wrecker will definitely get to the eagle here, so the wrecker will take that down. I would put golem inside. If you want to put Valks in there, maybe do a little bit more damage. It's up to you. The king and the queen will definitely path to the queen to kill her off. And so this should be taken well care of with our kill squad. And let's say they go clockwise. I bet that Inferno is sniped. And really, all this is probably going to get cleared by the kill squad if it goes to that side. If not, the same blue box just on the other side. And then I drop hogs here. That'll path to the wizard tower. And the other finger to drop here, the path to the cannon. And because we don't have solo Infernos, we're not real worried about our heroes going down particularly quickly. The CC is already down at this point. By the way, you drop a poison there for taking out the CC. And I think a rage here might help, kind of keep the kill squad up and alive. You definitely don't need to jump here. Of course, those are famous last words usually when they come from me. So here you could have a poison, 1 rage, and 5 heals. And so you've got all the heals in the world. You can heal here. You can heal here. You could heal, here, and you probably won't even need it over here, but you should have more than enough spells. So I think this is a Hoggle base, but of course there might be a better way to do it. Alright, here on their number 4, again, I think this is Hoggable. However, this requires me breaking a rule that I like to follow as much as possible, which is to try to take the eagle out and the queen out on a Hoggable base. However, they're doing us a huge favor. The first thing I do here is I drop a golem at 12 o'clock, draw the fire of the wizard towers, which means I can drop 1 wizard there and 1 wizard there in the yellow dots to take out those camps, which means that funneling is done. Drop the king and the queen right behind and a wrecker right behind the golem, so that's going to path in here. And I bet that wrecker makes it all the way to the town hall. And at this point, obviously, you're going to want to poison for the CC. Maybe a rage. I don't think you'll need a rage. There's not a whole lot of point defenses around here, but if you want a rage there with your kill squad. And the one thing you could do, instead of having the wrecker go and track all the way to the town hall, is you could actually self-destruct the wrecker right in that first level. And then basically, whichever way your kill squad goes, you're going to take out a whole hell of a lot of this base. Let's say you track counterclockwise. So you're going to take out, remember, all of these defenses right here are going to hit the golems. And so if your wizards and your heroes are all following the golems, your queen's going to take this out. So the CC is going to go down. You can take that out. Wizards sprinkled along the edge can take out all that crap. Maybe a baby drag right here to take this out. In fact, baby drags could take out this whole corner. There's no anti-air over here. Likewise, if it goes the other direction. So there's a lot of cleaning up that baby drags can do here. And so yeah, at this point, if your hogs are, if your kill squad's going this way, especially to protect your queen, you could drop your hogs. I would take this guy out with a baby drag, but you could drop your hogs, two finger drop here and here. Let me put that in red so it shows up. So hogs path to the archer tower and to the cannon, which means these are going to track to the inferno. That keeps the inferno from taking out your queen, and you should be able to avoid using the queen's ability with the way this is set up. So you're still saving her just in case you need it on the next inferno. And the only question mark here is, are there Teslas in the center? If there's Teslas in the center, it can mess with your hog pathing. Otherwise, your hogs are just going to tear through this L. And, of course, you're going to have your warden down with the hogs so that it follows the hogs and not the rest of your troops. And to ensure that, you might drop the warden at around 2:30 instead of 3 o'clock so that it doesn't get caught up following the slower golems or heroes. And so you should be able to get to the eagle pretty darn quick, which is why it's okay that you're not taking it out with your kill squad. And of course, I prefer to save the warden ability until the hogs are around the second inferno. But again, I think this is a pretty hoggable base. But with the two solo infernos, it could be a bow witch base as well. Alright, number 5, this is a bow witch base, pretty standard. I would drop a baby drag here, funnel that out, probably another baby drag here to kind of take this out. I drop my queen here. Because we did the funneling with the baby drags, the queen are going to take this out, and she'll start heading this way. While that's going on, I drop a baby drag up here to clear the corner builder hut, and that'll track in here and probably down there to take that out. We want another baby drag there to make sure that our bowlers aren't drawn to that side. Since this side's going to be pretty well cleared right here, that's where we want to drop our witches from. So we drop our wrecker to penetrate to the eagle, as always. This is a pretty standard base setup that a lot of us have seen before. I would drop my witches right there with my bowlers behind. So if anything, the bowlers might kind of pass over here, but then they're going to hit the hole here instead of going all the way around there. Yeah, again, no solo infernos, so the wrecker should make it all the way to the center. If you're not confident about that, I'd bring 2 jump spells. I'd bring a jump spell for right there, a rage for the center. That's where I would hit the warden ability. The queen's going to follow that in, of course. The healers are going to be all over it. And maybe if the queen tracks to, say, the right here, I would drop a jump right about there so the bowlers can go the other way and they can kill everything here, here, and here. And at that point, the base is pretty well gutted, and it's just cleanup time. Hopefully some of your healers have survived. I think they should. And pretty much game over on that base. This is a pretty cool base. I think I thought about this for a little bit, and I think this is a hog base, and I would make one difference to my approach to this, and that would be I would actually sacrifice 6 hogs for an extra golem, because the kill squad is going to take out literally all of this, and that's almost over half the defenses. So I would drop a golem here, I would drop a golem here to draw fire from all those point defenses, send the wrecker in this way, with the heroes in behind. I would have dropped a baby drag probably here to take out that and that, but drop a baby drag here to take out that and that. And so you can drop 6 wizards in behind the golems and your heroes, and poison for the CC. You're going to clear all that out. The queen's going to go down, and depending on which way your kill squad goes again, in this case, I'd actually drop the hogs to go the opposite way. And so let's say the kill squad heads this way. I would send the hogs in from here and here, pathing directly to the solo inferno. Of course, the warden's down over here protecting the hogs. And in this case, I'm not even worried about Tessels in the middle. There'll be a minor problem, and since there's very few defenses to get to the 6 o'clock position, even though the eagle will get off a few shots, you know, you're going to be healing here, you're going to be healing here, and you can heal here, and you can Grand Warden ability there, and heal, you know, here if you even need to. You probably won't. And so that should be a pretty easy 3-star with hogs. Last but not least, actually this is their lowest Town Hall 11, but it does have an eagle, and I think this is actually the trickiest layout. But the air defenses are way inside the base, and so, of course, my favorite way of funneling is with baby drags. So I would actually drop a baby drag. I bring 6 baby drags like my tutorial, so I think 1 baby drag might be able to take out all of those bases, or all of those buildings even more, if it stays on that path. I want to send the wrecker in this way to make sure that we get the CC drawn and the queen taken care of. I would drop a golem, actually before the wrecker I'd drop a golem right here, so the golem is going to draw fire from that archer tower, that cannon, and the queen, plus this cannon, which means that I can sprinkle wizards safely over there to funnel and probably take out even those point defenses. Wrecker in behind the golem. At this point I drop a baby drag here yeah, there, and probably 1 here as well, because we want to make sure these buildings are gone so the king doesn't track that way, and another baby drag to clear these 2 buildings. So maybe the heroes track to this blower, but they're going to hit the open hole that the wrecker makes after that. And in this case, it's not hogs. In this case, I send witches and bowlers in behind that wrecker. Of course, you definitely need, again, all of these buildings need to be down before you drop bowler and witches. Witches and bowlers. Witches go first. So the wrecker should get you into the center here, because there's very weak walls, and you've got a golem in front of your wrecker. So that should be good. So I'd probably only bring... actually, I might bring 2 jumps, maybe 1 jump here and maybe another jump here. CC poison, of course. Rage there. Grand Warden ability from the center. The bowlers can just trash everything from the center. And probably, you know, another rage and then maybe a heal. Of course, you'll have your healers. The nice thing is there's no queen walk involved here to funnel, and so you can just have your healers, so you could probably leave the heal spell at home. But I think this is a bow witch. But anyway, just my take on it. Do with it what you will.